Hello everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome. I have a really neat crochet stitch pattern here for you. I'm absolutely loving this texture. It looks as though it has been woven. It's quite dense and it is the same on both sides, so it's going to work amazingly in anything from blankets to washcloths, scarves, sweaters, you name it. This is just a wonderful crochet stitch. Today I'm calling it the spiked weave stitch. I'm not sure if it has another name, but it's a wonderful one row repeat. I know you're going to love it just as much as I do. Today I'm going to be working with a little bit of the Heatherly yarn by We Crochet and Knit Picks, as well as a 5mm or an H8 crochet hook. Down in the description of this video you'll find a direct link to the free written instructions, which are on my website at richtexturescrochet.com. You may wish to have those to follow along. Also down in the description you'll find a direct link to my 2 crochet books for sale on Amazon, Intermediate Crochet Stitches, a collection of 102 of my favorite crochet stitch patterns, as well as Barn Quilt Blankets, which is a collection of 5 beautiful crochet blanket patterns. You'll find those linked directly down in the description. So thank you so much for joining me. While you're here, I invite you to take a look around. Don't forget to subscribe. This channel is updated every single week with free crochet patterns and stitch tutorials. Let's grab our hooks and yarn and get started. Now our stitch today is worked in rows. You're going to start by making a slip knot. You're then going to work a foundation chain, and your foundation chain today will need to be an odd number of stitches. So today I'm going to go ahead and chain 21 chains. And 21. Once you have that odd number of stitches worked, you're going to begin row 1 by working a single crochet into the second chain from your hook, and then single crochet in each chain all the way across. I am working in the back bumps of my stitches. It's just where I typically work. This pattern, I don't believe it'll make too much of a difference depending on what loop you work into. It's just my personal preference. The chain 1 at the start does not count as a stitch here or throughout. The end of row 1. You're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Now for row 2, we're going to begin by working a single crochet into each of the first 2 stitches. Remember that chain does not count as a stitch, so you're working into the stitch at the base of the turning chain. Single crochet and then single crochet. We're now going to start working some of that texture, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky. But what we're going to do is you're going to work a half double crochet, but back under the previous stitch 2 rows below. So for this row, it's going to be actually back into our foundation chain, into the first chain. So yarn over, bring your hook back, insert it under the previous stitch 2 rows below. So into your foundation chain. Yarn over, draw up a loop to the height of your single crochet, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. You're then going to skip the next stitch and work a single crochet into the next. You're then going to work another spiked half double crochet under the previous stitch 2 rows below. So here is our previous stitch, which is now our half double crochet, 2 rows below into the foundation chain, work that half double crochet. So bring it back. If you are counting stitches down on your chain stitch, you'll have one, skip the next one, and then you're working just into that one, the previous stitch under it, 2 rows below. Skip the next stitch and single crochet into your next. You're going to repeat this all the way across. Half double crochet under the previous stitch 2 rows below. So again, on your foundation chain, you have a stitch, skip one, half double crochet into that next one. Skip the next stitch and single crochet into your next. Half double crochet under the previous stitch 2 rows below, and skip the next stitch, single crochet in the next. You're repeating this all the way across. So I'm just here at the end of my row 2, skipping the next stitch, and you're going to finish off with 1 single crochet into the final stitch. Chain 1 and turn your work. Now for the repeat in your pattern, that is it. You're simply going to work repeat row 2. However, it might look a little different. So we're going to begin by working our single crochets into each of the first 2 stitches. You're then going to work your half double crochet again under the previous stitch, skip stitch, but 2 rows below. So if you look at your stitch here, you have under your first stitch, you have another stitch, and there's a bit of a V here. If you pull that apart, there's a little space under that V. That is where you want to insert your hook. Just under, I'll bring it a little closer here so you can see. So there's our little V. Under that stitch, half double crochet. Skip the next stitch, single crochet into your next. And then work a half double crochet once again under the previous stitch 2 rows below. So once again, looking at your stitch, you have your diagonal half double crochet, and then you have this little V here. You're going to insert your hook under that V. Half double crochet. Skip the next stitch, single crochet, and then work your half double crochet in the previous stitch 2 rows below. Find your little V just above your diagonal half double crochet, insert your hook. Repeat this all the way across. Once you get the hang of finding that spot, that's really it. That's the hardest part of this stitch. Find your little V, insert your hook. I'm almost all the way across. I have 2 stitches remaining. You're going to skip that next stitch and finish with a single crochet. Chain 1, turn your work, and repeat. Single crochet into each of the first 2 stitches. then half double crochet, find your little V under the previous stitch, 2 rows below, and insert your hook. Repeat all the way across, and that's it. That's all there is to working this wonderful spiked weave stitch. So thank you so much for joining me. While you're here, I invite you to subscribe, take a look around, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Until then, happy crocheting. Bye.